What's going on, everybody? What's happening? Isn't Amityville from Jaws? I don't believe so. That's why I said it's a question mark. I'm not really sure. Amityville is the haunted house where the family got murdered and it was kind of possessed in a way, type of thing. But we're gonna get into that one. But I do not believe that Amityville was from Jaws, or Jaws was from Amityville. I'm not sure. I'm almost positive it's not. But I can be wrong. I've heard I have known to be wrong sometimes, but not very often.
Blinded by the light.
All right, here we go. Oh, damn it! Right when I start, he's gone. Come on.
He said he's getting a glass of water.
All right. Anyways, I guess we could have a good introduction because we have a new speaker with us. Go ahead. Introduce you. Oh yeah, wide-eyed. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
I don't know if I want to.
Well, that's not nice.
Sorry, I'm also a truck driver too. My name's Thelonious.
Thelonious.
I like to take long walks up short piers.
Off the piers?
Yeah,
That's
all
it.
short clips.
Okay,
all
cool.
multiple.
Cool. That's it.
All right.
That's it. You got more? Just nothing. It's just you. Hey, you never know. Somebody might be like, he is. I just want to run my fingers through his beard, kind of guy. You know, just see. There you go. Judy, I appreciate you being here. Thank you everybody for coming out today. I'm going to wait for Double A to finally bring his monkey ass back into the fucking chair, because that's not what we came to do. Thelonious, you look like a guy I used to work with. Did you just call me Judy?
Just call me Judy.
No, absolutely not. I said pirate. I never call you Judy. Pirate. Did I say Judy? If I said Judy,
I'm pretty sure you said Judy.
shut up.
I mean,
Nobody else.
that's fine though. Either way.
Pirate. Where is he? He went to go get something to drink. He had all that time to go get something to drink, and now he wanted to wait until Soldier Boy. Whoop whoop. I wish they would do the whole thing while it goes over the thing. That would have been great. All right, before this one, I know this one's gonna come up at some point in time. Let me see. We don't want to be dancing on Soldier Boy's face. Maybe we do. I don't know. We'll put him right there. Right? We want to kind of show him.
Nah, it'd be all right.
All right. It won't be the first time, right?
You always gotta mess with the new guy, right?
Right. Oh, hello. Soldier Boy up in this hole. Stupid. Come on. Did he go like rub one out? Fucking shit.
Hey, this is one really big glass of water he's getting.
I'm saying.
It is the new Navy.
God.
Water.
Quick rub out of the day. But yeah, so I guess I kind of, he's off taking a dick finger. So today we're going to be like I love horror movies. I love absolute horror movies. It just
I like
I
laughing.
fucking hate that one. like I was looking up and when you did it, I'm like, fuck. And thank you for the biddies, Panda. Thank you. I'm telling you, sometimes I hurt my neck on that one. I'll be like, oh shit, my neck, someone's knocking. But yeah, and horror movies are like my all-time favorite. I love horror movies, but back in the day, horror movies, because the horror movies now suck major balls.
Terrible.
They're more gruesome. They're not even horror. They're gruesome movies. Damn, the door knock got me, bro. See, I told you that should be messing around with you, especially if you got the headphones on. It'll get you every time. But yeah, the movies now suck. It just they're more gruesome, which I'm not mad about. You know, I like a good gruesome movie. Like who did it great? About fucking time.
Look, man, I had to put the kids down.
Gosh, wife looking at me like you going crazy. So, yeah, I love horror movies. Horror movies are my all-time favorite. I love them. Now, Saw was like probably like the best thing that came out. Honestly, I think Rob Zombie's Halloween movies are the best. Like Rob Zombie movies went like balls to the wall. He really did. But the Saw movies, they were freaking, the first few Saw movies was absolutely freaking fantastic, and I loved them. I absolutely loved them. The later ones, I'm like, okay, now you're kind of reaching just like everything else when you reach like 10 movies. But it is what it is. So I thought it would be, I finally saw some of the Silence of the Lamb. Great movie. Hello. Great movie. Absolutely great movie. The Hills, yeah, we can go on. But today, I chose Amityville Horror. When, like, I know about the movie. I didn't know this much of the movie. It was absolutely insane. So, the way it is, if you haven't seen it, spoiler, it rubs the oils in the... Hey, that's not how it goes.
Bicycle Clippers again.
Take care of that beard. So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, what the hell have you been doing? That's all I gotta say. What the hell have you been doing? 1974. That's basically when it happened, and I want to say the movie came out very shortly after. Never seen it. Jesus. 1974. A boy named Ronnie. Ronnie was the oldest son of a family of 6. It was a father, mother, I think like 2 brothers. Father, mother, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. And Ronnie was the oldest one. Golly. R.I.P. the family. So what ended up happening was him and his father were his father, when they moved into the house, or they've been in the house, it doesn't know when they finally got in there. But the father was always very angry, very violent, very just angry. They owned a automotive business out in town, so everybody knew that there was always an issue between Ronnie and the dad. They were always fighting to the point to fist fighting. But out in town, the dad was never so angry. So when this happened, everybody was like, Ronnie did it, because he was known to be an alcoholic and a druggie. So everybody points their fingers at Ronnie so quick. Ronnie one day, he ended up downstairs in the basement. They had a finished basement watching a war movie. Took some like acid, some LSD kind of thing, alcohol, and yeah, he was gone. So he says he woke up seeing thinking he was hearing the family plotting against him, trying to go get him, and all of a sudden this black shadow thing with black hands came and kind of gave him the rifle, and he went upstairs and just bow, 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 bow. Everybody was shot. Everybody was shot, and then so everybody was shot, killed, and then come to find out, they came, got him. He went off. He was trying to find some help, whatever. After he came to, and they ended up arresting him. The son of a bitch got 6 consecutive life sentences. He actually. Crazy part, he actually freaking died last year.
Really?
Yes.
I know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he died last year. In prison, of course.
Well, where else would he die?
Yeah, in prison, of course. Of course, he was still in prison. So then, after the family was killed, I want to say it was like almost 2 years later, the family hydrate. Fuck! I didn't bring anything to hydrate with. I
He's
always
worse than
do
me.
that shit. Did I? No. I'm pretty sure I drank it. I got to tell the wife. Hey, can you bring me some to drink? Okay, let's see if the wife actually brings it to me.
He said, "Fuck." They put a cooldown on it.
Yup. Because of that reason, bro. When I first put that in there, I was pissing for days. Hey, love, can you bring me something to drink, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye. So we're back. About a year and a half later, a family of 4 bought the house. The Lutz family. Knowing what happened, knowing that there was a murder inside the house of 6 people, knowing that. I don't know about you. I'm not buying the fucking house. I don't give a shit.
It was a great deal, though.
Oh, I would
Yes.
buy the house. Fuck it.
Yes, it
What?
was on a deal. So back in the day, 1970. So now we're in 1976, give or take. Thank you. Okay, cheers. So we're in 1976 right now. I want to say the house was maybe, I think they were saying 50 grand. 50 to like 80 grand. Somewhere in between there. It has a lake in there, has a boat dock for it, a boat cover. The house is huge. Furnished a furnished attic and stuff like that one. Badass house for that kind of money in the 70s. Yeah, it's expensive. Like right now the house will be up 500,000 and up without a problem.
They actually have the crime scene photos posted publicly.
Yes, they do, bro. If you could put them up, put them up.
Let me see.
Let me see the gruesomes. So yeah, so okay. So what I'm gonna do, right? I'm gonna go through the story, through the kind of quick movie. Show me the money. So I'm gonna go through the movie and then really get into what I no. Oh, okay, I'll pull it up.
I was gonna say that's the best I got for you right now.
It said I can't do it. OBS won't load. Hold on. OBS panel. Oh no, I got it. Okay, so I am going to cover Soldier Boy's face over here.
Oh, that's fine.
That's normal. He's used to it.
Yep.
I usually use a pillow. Man.
So they're pretty basic photos, you know, for being the time frame.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And there's nothing too gruesome in there.
So let me go.
Couple blood stains. No big deal.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to cover everybody's face then. Okay, so here's the boat house. Here's the boat house where things where some of the things happen. I guess car house. Okay, so you're gonna see this. Here's the dad, the wife. Every single person was face down. Every single person was face. Shit. Now I'm getting too over. So, okay, see, face down. Really nasty blood. So you see the blood and everything in there. It face down. So everybody was face down. Remember that. So it's a new name. Okay. So the new house owners, the Lutz family, husband, wife, 2 kids, a boy and a girl, I believe it was. They bought the house knowing what happened. They got it for dirt cheap. So they go into there.
Fuck that.
The day, okay, the Lutz family bought the house knowing what happened. Within the first hour of being in that house, moving into there, the dog tried to jump over the fence, started hanging himself. The dog said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out. I don't want nothing to do with about what's about to happen." Jumped out the house. The father, knowing what happened, called up a priest to come bless the house. The priest comes to the house, goes throughout the thing, and right when he entered the house, he felt some kind of way. Did not like it whatsoever. He ended up going through all the rooms. He ended up going all the way to the attic. Most people end up knowing. Let me see. Most people end up knowing the house by that it has eyes. This picture right here. It has like 2 eyeballs that are there. That's the attic area. So he got up to that room and he felt like something like pressure on his body, which he claimed, which the priest came in there. This is where a lot of people were they were starting to get like the flies were going all over his face. There was a whole bunch of flies all the way. He tried to take the holy water and splashing it, and as he was splashing it, he started hearing voices. The freaking voices started telling him to get out. Again.
Fuck that shit, I'm out.
Again, knowing what happened in the household, the priest came in being attacked by flies. And then the priest saying that he heard freaking voices saying, "Get out." Yeah, no, I'm done. I don't give a shit how much it costs. I'm done. I'm gone. So the priest said, "Whatever you do, do not go up there. Do not go up there. There's something up there. It's not friendly." The family said, "You know what? Whatever, whatever. I'm still staying here." Within the first few Soldier Boy, I swear. Yeah. R.I.P. Room. That's it. The first few days of staying there, for some odd reason, and this happens in a lot of movies. I don't know what it is about 3 o'clock, between like 3:15. They call it the witching hour, and it's a lot of movies that happens in there. I need to research more into what it is, but they
Witching
said
hour?
yeah, it's called the witching
Yeah,
hour
yeah.
around 3 o'clock ish in the morning.
Yeah, right around there.
So he was being woken up every single day around that time, 3 o'clock. They said that the family around that time, that's the time that the family was killed at around 3:15. That's where they're kind of basing it out of. Where every time he got up, he was startled. He was startled. He started hearing voices. He was getting. He was always cold. He said no matter what he did. Funny thing about witching hour, people in the old days would sleep sitting up to keep their jaw from hanging. Okay, hold on. They would sleep sitting up to keep their jaw from hanging open, so the evil spirits couldn't enter their body through their mouth. That's interesting,
Yeah,
but,
it
but
originated as early as 1775.
wow. And again, but wouldn't you like sit up? No, your head probably go down and your chin probably hitting the chest. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. I appreciate that part. So he couldn't stay. He couldn't stay warm. He was constantly cold. He started getting really angry, kind of just like how the father, the fathers that owned the house prior that ended up getting killed. Every time he was in the house, it was very angry. So he started getting really angry, really snappy. Started losing weight. Couldn't stay cold. He was always out there cutting wood, trying putting up fires. He started getting sick. It just something was messing him up. As that was happening, the wife was going around and she felt the presence of a woman. She said she felt like a woman grabbed her. Again, this is within the first few days. This isn't like throughout time. This is within the first fucking few days. Bro, I don't know.
I'm burning that shit down.
I'm
Shit,
saying,
I'm out.
you ain't kidding, bro. Insurance claim. How she knows? It could have been like the gentle touch, or it could have been a kid, but who knows? Again,
Could have been
see,
the smell.
now think about that one. I'm glad you mentioned that one up there. So, uh, with the priest, they up in the attic, they started seeing a whole lot of flies coming around, and they were complaining about the flies. The youngest daughter, they would find the youngest daughter talking by herself. They're looking at her. The youngest daughter, is starting to do things because her friend was telling her to do it because it was fun. There is nobody there. So the youngest daughter was having something. She was seeing a boy, she says. She would claim it's a boy and it's her friend. A young boy and it's her friend. So remember, the family had husband, wife, an older daughter, younger son, and then Ronnie, the oldest one that's in jail right now. So she's claiming to see the younger boy. It's their friend. It's her friend. And in the movie, she's climbing out the window. She's going to the boathouse. She's doing some stupid ass shit. So it basically took 28 days. 28 days for them to say, fuck it, I'm out. Because I guess on the 28th day, the door started slamming. Green ooze was coming around there. There was screaming. It almost went into like a poltergeist type of thing. The house was completely haunted. They was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. And they finally left out of 28 days later. But coming out 28 days later, remember the monkey story that I was telling you about? There was a movie called 28 Days.
Yeah.
The numbers. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe these numbers are fitting. So after the family left, they did a press conference. This whole entire thing, because cops were called. Whole bunch of people called. They tried to do this whole entire humongous thing. They lasted 28. Yeah, bro, they lasted 20. What was it? 28, 27 days in like a whole bunch of hours because I would have been gone the first hour. The dog trying to jump the fuck out, and no. The dogs know. The dogs know.
The dogs and cats, they always know something. Man.
They always know something. So, okay. So this is homework's finished. Laugh out. I'm here. Hey, bet. I hope you were listening because I'm not fucking repeating myself for shit. Ooh,
Well, then get on the Discord, you
I
jackwagon.
gotta bring him up if he's there.
He's not even over there.
Come on. Okay, Wicked, if you're watching, listening, if you could please bring him up whenever he is, I'll greatly appreciate you. Love you, pee-pee touch. Let's see if he does it, because he's finally in there. No pee-pee touch for you then. Okay.
A new subscriber.
Buddha!
Steal
Thank you
yourself.
for the
We
sub.
are
Let's go.
building an
Appreciate you.
army.
Hooray. So, again, I'm hoping you heard any of it. If not, I'm sorry. Do you know the Amityville Horror?
Yeah, I
Thank
wrote
you.
a paper on it.
About fucking time somebody knew. Burr, 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 burr. Can you believe these three guys right here? Never seen it?
Wait, hold on a minute. Wade,
I've
you've
never
never
seen-
seen it?
I've never seen the movie, but I know about it.
Movie? You mean movies?
Movies,
Yeah.
yeah, they did.
There's like fucking 9 of them.
Well, there's probably two. The old one, the original one, and then with Ryan Reynolds.
I think, yeah.
You probably seen the one with Ryan Reynolds.
I
Nah.
have not heard you guys. I've been
Oh.
doing research.
All right, so what
About
I
religion.
Yeah.
so
Religious
what
di-
so what I said was
demographics.
at some point y'all could give me a rundown on Hell. Oh, I love that movie too, bro. That's another one. So me doing this one, I'm kind of what movie we talk about? Amityville Horror. So yeah, so that's where I'm waiting for it. It didn't fucking go through. Anonymous. I'm sorry, Anonymous.
Do-do-do.
Sometimes they go through, sometimes they don't. I don't know why.
Just
there
like
it
with
goes,
the
there it
food.
goes. Yeah,
It was at this moment that he
Sons
knew
of bitches.
he fucked up.
the new one was rough compared to the original. I thought it was better than the original. I think again because all the graphics and all the other stuff they could do. So we went. I basically said everything about the movie. The original family. The original family got killed. The new family came in. 28 days later, all this shit happens, and they're gone. We already talked about that. All these people already heard it, except for Kabuto.
That's why I'm giving him the backfill, bro.
Okay, so here's for me. This is where it got interesting. So the family left. The family left. Before they left, they called this this medium, and was like, "Hey, this shit happened. I want you to check this out." So loosen up. Got it. So, I love to loosen up because sometimes I'd be all tight and. All right. So they called up this medium that went in there, and they have an interview. Also, you could look this up. They have an interview. Giving the back. So they had this interview, and they end up. Yeah, when OG comes in here, sometimes. Fuck! Shit! Oh! I'm trying to get through this shit. And, he was licking his lips while you were stretching. Big caramel chocolate.
Oh,
Come
man.
on! Fucking shit. Hey Siri, set a timer for 5 minutes.
Watch your profanity.
All right, so they called up this medium and was like, "Oh my god, another one!" I swear to fucking goodness.
Now he's praying, people. Now you got him talking to Jesus.
That's the goal, right?
I have to put that in. I'm surprised it's not on a freaking cooldown. So they called up a medium. The medium was like, "Hey, we'll go, and we're going to report everything that we end up seeing." if we see anything. If we see something, we're going to report it. If we
Fuck! Oh!
if we didn't see something, can it get to, bro? If you hear that one, you try to tell me
Yeah.
you wouldn't stop.
We don't hear it, so
Yeah.
Oh, it's loud. So he goes to a medium, and
Like that.
I swear to goodness, he goes to a medium. They said we're going to report everything we see, everything we don't see. If we think it's fake, we're going to report everything. But we don't want any publicity. That's what the medium says. We don't want people to come up and know about this one yet, and so they could concentrate and not be. I swear, double A. I just see just an evilness coming off your face right now. I see something like something brewing in that damn head of yours.
As usual.
Yeah. So the family that was there, the family that was there was like, okay, that's fine. So later that day, that medium family saw that they did a press conference, and they tried to get the medium tried to get a hold of the Lutz family, couldn't get a hold of them, and then when they finally did, it was like, you know what, we don't want to do this. I used this medium. Fuck, I hate this guy. I hate him. So
Got him!
somebody please ban him. Please.
Got him!
So they say we don't want your thing. They were real curious, like, why would you do that one? Why would you all of a sudden just tell us not to do this shit anymore? So they got into a press conference. And it was telling people about it and everything what happened to the house. But after all this happened and the press conference came, oh, food's coming. Take the damn food.
Hey man, how's your face? Oh, it's completely off your body. That's cool. Fuck off.
she loves me, guys.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
10 inches.
From the ground. So this part, like I said, this is the part that starts getting interesting. The person that started defending Cybertech chick, let's go of.
What is the 5 fingers? Say to the face!
I swear to goodness,
What?
I need to turn all this shit off. All of it's going to get turned off.
Not gonna get anything done.
Yeah. So
Watch your profanity.
So, the person that was defending cocaine's a hell of a drug. The person that was defending Ronnie. So Ronnie is the older son of the family that killed the whole family. The person that was defending him also came up and came to the Lutz family and started contacting him. They before the end streams, we're going to hear the story. Yeah. So for some odd reason, so they got in contact with him for some weird reason. They sat him down. They were talking to him. The Lutz family told him everything that was happening. It kind of almost sounded the same thing of what Ronnie was saying. With the whole Ronnie was talking about things was happening. People were telling me to go kill the family, and blah 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 blah. So all of a sudden, the lawyer was going to the Lutz family and be like, "Hey, I was talking to Ronnie, and we could make a movie. We could write a book. We could do this. We could do that." Like, the lawyer was trying to get a hold of some shit and trying to do that. Trying to make some money. This is where in my mind I was like, okay, is this starting to be fake? Are they making fun of are they pretending all this stuff? So the lawyer was showing the family the lawyer was showing the family a lot of the pictures of the crime scene. And he was showing the crime scene. He wasn't really saying much of anything. He was showing the crime scene, and he was showing them that there was this area that had all this green stuff all over the wall. The family was like, oh yeah, that's where all the green ooze was coming off of. But that wasn't ooze. That was the powder from the cops doing the fingerprints. So as that was happening, this was coming from the lawyer that was saying this one. This was a powder from the cops. And then they were saying about all the flies that was there. The house was locked up for 48 hours, they said, with the heat on. And the bodies was in there still. It took them 48 hours to finally get the bodies out with the heat on. So they were saying, yeah, no fucking kidding, the flies were all over the place. So again, they moved in, they started seeing all this within a few days. So yeah, it's like you start kind of really thinking about it. It's like, hold on, did they start doing this because they were trying to make a movie or get something out of it? Are they making all this shit up? That's where my mind went into. I was like, bro. So at the end of it, after all of that, just recently prior to this, maybe like a year prior, all this happening, The Exorcist came out. And they made a movie, they made books, and it freaking skyrocketed up, and they made so much money, the people that did Exorcist. So they were, for me, in my mind, they were probably thinking the same thing. We could probably get into this one, say we saw this, say we saw all that one, and then go in from there. That's where I was thinking. Flies all over the place. The lawyer was talking about making a book, movies. I said that one. But supposedly the Lutz family ended up hearing that, and they ended up taking off. They didn't want that. They was like, no, we're not about that life. We're not trying to make anything. So they end up leaving. Lutz family. So they end up leaving. Some time has gone by. So the local news reporter tried to get into there and get a hold of the Lutz family. They finally got a hold of them. They're like, hey, we got some people that want to go in there to do a whole psychic thing, trying to see what they find. And, trying to see what they find. And the guy was like, okay, we'll do it. When they finally went in there, you guys ever see the movie The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know about the couple that is the main characters of The Conjuring?
Yeah.
So apparently they actually went to the Amityville Horror 2 as well to do all that one. That was one of their places that they went to. Pretty crazy. Never knew that one. So they went in there with the whole, with a priest. It had a priest. It was them. It was a cameraman and a whole bunch of other stuff. And as they were walking in there, they're waiting for George to come in, and with the key, and George ended up calling and be like, "I'm not going to the house. There's not a chance in hell you won't catch me going to this house again. I'll meet you 4 blocks down the way at the diner. I'll give you the key. You can go do whatever you do." Then you kind of like think, okay, is he telling the truth about it? Because some bitch was not trying to go in there. But anyways, they ended up going in there. And the second they approached the door, the wife from the medium wife, the one that's from The Conjuring, she felt this presence like no other. She knew something was in there. And they went in there, and they're experiencing, some of these people are kind of experiencing some of the things, and they're trying to figure some out. Nothing really happened. So they felt like a presence. They felt like some kind of entity was there, but nothing really happened. They set up cameras. They set up a whole bunch of other stuff. So they went, after they did all that, they left. And they seen this. They went back to go check out the footage of what they recorded. And then that's when they started seeing some things pop up. And remember, the little girl saw or was talking to a little boy. In one of their pictures coming out of the bedroom, there was a picture of a little boy in there. And that, I thought I took a screenshot of it, and that shit creeped the dog shit out of me. I was like, bro, that's fucking insane. Yeah, I did take a picture of it. So nobody saw this. I don't know if you could kind of see it. It's kind of hard. Just it's a little boy's face with white eyes. So
Is that the same little boy behind you?
you see, I have a camera and I can see myself.
But what if you don't see it and everybody else does?
Hey, good for you. I'm not. I don't see him. He don't see me. I don't give a shit. So they were looking at all these pictures. they knew no young person was there while they were doing the interview. They go see this one, and then they contacted the father. They showed the father the picture. He was like, I've never seen that one. He ended up showing it to his daughter, and she said, yeah, that's the little boy that my friend. Bro, freaked everybody out on that one. That was absolutely freaking insane. So yeah, when I was saying the cameraman, they went up, started going up to the attic. It was something to do with the attic. He was complaining about like sharp pains and stuff like that one. And then they saw the picture. Started throwing again. Another priest came into trying to bless the house, and they heard the water sizzling. That's just fucking crazy. Water sizzling from the house. So they end up, leaving. The husband and wife end up leaving the town, never to come back. Something happened to the wife though, that she ended up dying shortly after. But they were saying that something about her, like her age progressed dramatically. Like the way he was, like what her age supposed to have been, was nowhere near to what it is. It was absolutely old as shit. So they were saying that something messed her up. I don't know. Again, they stayed in there way too fucking long. After they left, the bank took over the place, and the place became a complete free for all. Everybody got a hold of all this one. Everybody saw this one. They need to go. They want to go check this out, and blah 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 blah. So another psychic and a medium went in there. They took pictures of the outside of the house. One of the guys, I guess he's well known of knowing ghosts or seeing ghosts and stuff. He said that he saw a chief Indian on a horse, a spirit of it, when he walked into there. He saw a picture of that one, so that caught his curiosity. This one's new to me. Caught the curiosity, found a medium that he knows of. They end up going to the house. As they're going to the house, there was the reporter that was with them saw that the lady, and I think it's she's known to go to a lot of these haunted houses, and she's like that really short lady that's like a really squeaky high voice. She's older, and she has like a really squeaky high voice. She's in a lot of horror movies. I wish I knew. I should have looked her up. But as they're going to the house, they looked over to her because she started getting into pain. They said that there was an Adam's apple starting to grow from her throat. Like, it started growing. And as she was speaking, when I say high pitch, she was like helium voice. Her voice tones were going deeper. So they were saying that she was starting to get possessed. She's like that, I guess, the medium between the spirits and her. So the spirit of the chief Indian was starting to get into her. And they were starting to ask questions. Once they went in there, they did a seance. They started asking questions to her. And they said, why are you doing this? Because I'm angry. They come to find out that it was an Indian burial ground where this whole entire house was put onto. I hear that a lot. That happened to me in not happened to me, but where I used to live in Connecticut. I found out afterwards that it was this complex area was an Indian burial ground. Are you talking about the? Yes, I am. Was an Indian burial ground, and I've had stories of neighbors. She said somebody that I went to school with. She said she thought her father came into the house because a whole bunch of doors were just slamming and closing, opening, closing, opening, closing, opening, closing, and she thought it was her father. She went downstairs. All the drawers, all the cabinets, all the doors were wide open, and nobody was in the house. Come to the end of finding out, the projects that we used to live in was an Indian burial ground. So this shit. So they started asking the medium, which was inhabited by the chief, saying, "Why were you doing this? I'm angry." But it was only going to the oldest man of the house. What happened?
I'm getting a phone call.
Uh-oh. Go
It's gonna be a while.
go do what you gotta do. Oh man, sorry you guys. I'm talking about Hawk and yeah, you guys. I'm sorry about all this that's going on. So the chief was saying that he's pissed off, get off his land basically, and he was acting violent. He was telling the guys to hurt people, and that's where like the original guy, the family of 6, the husband, he was always angry, always doing things to hurt the family. And then the second family, the Lutz family, the husband again getting angry and doing things to the family. So they said it was a chief, an Indian chief that was possessing the people and telling them to get out and making everybody so violent. And I thought that was fucking insane.
Every time I hear something come up with an Indian burial ground, it's always something negative that comes along with that.
Oh yeah.
Every time. Never fails.
Oh yeah. Every single, and like I said, the house, the complex that we lived in, it was supposedly an Indian burial ground, and there was shit happening. It's insane. It's like, why would you even do that one? I understand, like, you wouldn't do this now. You wouldn't dig up a whole fucking cemetery and start building fucking buildings on there. In the hell, if I'm buying a house that I find out that it was an Indian burial ground or a burial place, anyways, I just would never think about that one. So hell no, not at all. So all this is happening, and that's where it ends up coming out. They're saying that it was kind of like almost like a 50-50. Was it the Indian that was doing this one? Was it spirits? Was this a complete hoax? I have no idea. But as Ronnie was in jail, they did a lot of interviews with him and trying to figure out what is the damn truth, because he's in there for life. So they asked him a lot of questions. And he says that he only killed one person. He only actually, they do dig up cemeteries to build. Do they really? Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck that. Did you hear about the girl who tried texting her dead boyfriend? I swear to goodness, Jay, if this is a fucking joke, I'm banning you right now. Swear to goodness. 600 seconds, you timed out, bro. So yeah, so they were getting stories. He says he only killed one person after he really got into it. They're trying to figure out what happened. So remember how I told you that all the bodies were face down, arms up. Who the fuck sleeps like that? Face down, arms up. Okay, maybe one, probably two, but the whole family.
Yeah, not the whole family.
The whole family was face down, arms up, laying on the floor, laying in the bed. So that ended up happening. I sleep on my stomach. Yeah, again, maybe one, maybe two people, but not the whole family. One of them
on your stomach, but you don't sleep with your arms up above your head.
Yeah, they were just like that, sleeping. One.
She might sleep, in restraints.
Hey, now is she
my
sleeping
God.
though? Ask the question: is she sleeping?
This fucking guy, dude.
Yeah. So, yeah. So that ends up happening. So they're trying to figure out like what really went down with all that. Yeah, what really went down? Why were they all like that one? And like he said, he only killed one person. They think that it was a multi. I mean, she does sometimes restrain.
sounds
See,
like a
another
party,
one.
drunken
Let's go. So some of them, they also found a second caliber shell. There was a pistol shell, and he had a rifle that killed everybody. And here's another thing, right? Who fucking doesn't hear a rifle go off? They tested the fact. Quit telling the secrets. They tested the fact. How far do you hear that one? 4 blocks. They said they were able to hear the rifle within 4 blocks. None of the neighbors heard anything. So they're trying to figure out what really happened. The oldest daughter, also when they were doing the things, had freaking ammo, not ammo, the blast, the gun, the bullets, the dust. Somebody help me out.
Gunpowder.
Yeah, the gunpowder. She had the gunpowder on her chest. They were all face down shot. Why would she have gunpowder on her chest? So
The body was moved after.
they said none of the bodies were moved.
Nah.
None of the
If
bodies were
there's
moved, they said.
gunpowder residue on the chest, but they were face down,
Yes.
either the body fell that way or it was moved after.
On the autopsies and all the investigations, nothing was moved.
Well, you also got to remember, this was when? 60s, 70s
70s.
when this happened? Yeah,
Yeah.
70s. The criminology and victimology and all that fucking mumbo jumbo bullshit wasn't as thorough as it is today, and it wasn't advanced as it is today.
Crime scene investigators, criminology, and mumbo jumbo.
All
shit, yeah.
all that hocus pocus shit.
Yeah.
But here, so, oh fuck, I did have my drink here with me, motherfucker. I knew I saw it. So they're saying that it's a multiple shooters. There was multiple shooters here. Damn it, I have been hydrating.
Hydrate more.
So now they're talking about. He said he only killed one person. Now they talk about how many people were there to help him kill this. How many people were there to end up taking out this family? So they're saying now that Ronnie, the oldest one, and the oldest daughter planned to take out the whole family. Yeah, so they're saying that this is one conspiracy theory, that the oldest daughter, because she also was getting abused, she was getting yelled at and all this other stuff from the father. Them two were having an incest relationship, and they were having an incest relationship. They were planning on taking out the family. So that night that Ronnie did all those drugs and everything else, he wasn't in the right mind to be able to do it. He couldn't even get off the sofa. They're saying that the person that was the spirit that was in all black with the black hands was the sister bringing him the gun to be like, all right, let's go do this one. He couldn't do it, so she ended up doing it herself. There's the rifle, there's the residue going onto her chest. She ended up killing the whole family. So when he finally came out of the whole thing, she was basically in bed. He finally came out with the pistol and shot the last one because he was like, oh my God, I can't believe he did this one, and shot the sister. So that's the one person that he killed, supposedly.
Well, he really thought incest is the best. Put your sister to the test.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So that's what they're saying that ended up happening. That was the second gunman. So during all the investigation, they were trying to get out of them and shit like this one. Ronnie ended up calling the grandfather, and this is where it gets kind of interesting here. Ronnie ended up calling the grandfather because the grandfather got money to get a lawyer in there. And if you look up the lawyer that represented Ronnie, fucking looks like an Italian mobster. It looks like he's part of the Italian mobsters. The grandfather told Ronnie to cut the shit, confess with it, stop dragging the name, sorry, stop dragging the name to shit and confess to it. And they said with that, and also the cops whooping Ronnie's ass, they convinced him, and he ended up doing it. The grandfather, his other son, is part of a mob group as well too. So that's where I say it might have been a hit towards his family. I don't know what benefits they would have gotten out of it, but it could have been a hit on the family on there. They're saying that the older brother or the older son was a mob man, which is freaking awesome, and that's why they could have ended getting into a hit. Don't know why, don't know what they benefit out of it. But that's why I said this movie was it real? Was it just a hoax? Was it just trying to get the money out of it? I have no fucking idea.
So they're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, if I
You're wrong.
misunderstood you or something. They're saying that it could have been
A
somebody
mob hit?
putting a hit on them
On the family.
instead of it being like paranormal related.
Mm-hmm. So the
You know
second
what that sounds like?
brilliant.
A crock of
White
shit.
people shit.
You ain't fucking kidding. Because the Lutz family, like I said, they only went in there for 28 days. Yeah, all this shit could have happened in 28 days, I guess. But again, all this happened after like the whole Exorcist movie that came out, and then that's where a lot of people were like thinking that it was a great idea to possibly do this one. That's what I went into. So again, at the end of it, they ended up selling out the rights for it. They ended up making a movie and books. They said this book that came out freaking skyrocketed. The Amityville Horror True Story skyrocketed out. They sold freaking millions of it. And there's like things of So the psychics from The Conjuring, the husband and wife from The Conjuring, there was a report on there, and fucking bullshit. Fuck you, Wicked. Thank you for the bits. It was a screaming thing. And this is this is where I really wish I could really look, because they ended up changing the address to the house. But the latitude, I think they said, to the house is 40.666. Yeah. I was like, bro, that's fucking insane. That's absolutely insane.
That any Southerner that has their stuff when they're at the store rung up, and if it's 666, they'll buy a pack of gum. Not today, Satan.
Hey, I do the same thing. I'm from the Midwest.
Bro, absolutely insane. So that's where I was thinking. I was like, is it a hoax? Okay, like, what's this really meant to be? Because a lot of stuff from what the lawyer was saying about everything that they saw was a lot from the crime scene. Were they able to get those pictures? Because those got to be easy to find out, right? There's true people down here freak out about numbers. Oh yeah.
I gotta run. I'll talk to you later, bro.
All right, dude, take it easy.
Later.
So that's where I'm wondering, was it a hoax? Is it for real? Because the things that they were saying was like the green ooze or the blood or whatever it was a cop's fingerprint dust, but they claimed that it was the stuff, all the flies with the dead bodies there. It's just like it kind of really goes with each other. But how do you explain the little boy in the picture? That's what I want to know.
Do they know who the little boy is?
The little boy was the youngest son. The youngest son of the first family. So yeah, it's shown to be that's the kid. They were able to see that one. So the way they set up the camera was I know a lot of movies you had to see it, like whenever they go in and try to do all this stuff, they kind of set up cameras all over the place, and whenever it kind of catch something, it's always taking pictures of it. So that's what ended up happening in the hallway. That's what was happening. It was just taking pictures because it was sensing something, and it finally got that face right there. So how do you explain that? That's what I want to know. And then on the other hand, how the bodies were laid out. Where they put, why were they placed face down like that one? Could have been like everybody was saying, like there was a hit kind of thing. Put your face down, hands up, so you don't do anything. Got shot.
Yeah.
So that's just I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to understand like why.
I think maybe it's a combination of both. Like, it was a good time to make a horror movie about something, and
The scenario was fitting.
yeah.
Yeah. I think it may possibly be true.
Do you
Based
guys
upon true events?
do you guys I don't want to say believe in it, but do you believe in a supernatural like that?
Oh, absolutely, I do. I do.
I'm not 100% sure if I do. Like, I've had weird crap happen, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, maybe. Because I had a lot of good luck when I was in Iraq the first time.
Right.
So, I believe in it, but I don't believe in like possessions and demonic stuff like that. I believe in there is spirits around us and everything because I grew up in a house that was like that, but it wasn't none of this demonic possessions and shit like that, and I don't think that actually is true.
So then, see, it's like I kind of want to go. I kind of almost want to make a series of this, like I said, but I don't want to get into another movie. But
Yeah.
The Exorcist, there's so much of it. There's so much videos of it. I've used a Ouija board. Oh, okay. So we got DB that think it's a hoax because I think DB's one of those. If I don't see it, it's not true. If you can't show me hard proof of like, and I get that one. Look up the history of Emily's Bridge. Is that like I want to say I thought I saw something like that one before. Emily's Bridge. Oh, is this the one with the Emily's covered bridge ghost?
Oh, I remember reading about this. It's a covered bridge in where is it at? Maryland? No, Maine.
Vermont.
New Hampshire, Vermont, somewhere
Hey!
in there. Somewhere there, yeah.
So you want to hear this one? Why is all this shit that's happening ends up being up north? That corner of it.
Oldest part of the country.
It's like it blows my mind because Connecticut, Connecticut, Amityville was New Jersey, almost New York. This one's Vermont. Everything. So built in 1844, Emily's Bridge in Vermont was just 50 feet long, over Gold Brook, covered in dark, with dark wood that the elements haven't been merciful over. The haunting of Emily's covered site lurking at the they see Emily lurking around the bridge. Not so sweet, sorrow Emily. We learned about it. Vengeful Emily, full of wrath and apparently long nails. Emily was understandably upset at being guilted. Jilted? Gilted. Jilted. What's jilted? Anybody know? That was jilted mean. But Emily take out passing cars. Some would consider the overdramatic, but that's Emily. She started slashing cars passing over the bridge, leaving scars unlike no others, left like Wolverine. Even pedestrians crossing the bridge aren't safe, and marks on their back. on their back bear witness to Emily's fury, which hasn't even over these years. So she's just pissed off, and that's Vermont. Broham, gold or something resembles gold laid on surface to slang money.
Oh, he looked up the
Yeah.
meaning of that word.
I appreciate it. No, it's J. It's J. J-I. Yeah. It's with a J, not with a G.
We got this bridge back home. It was called Crybaby Bridge.
Because they heard babies crying on there before?
The legend has it that mother threw her baby off the bridge, killed it because she was disowned from her family, and now you can still hear the baby crying at night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Completely closed off to the public.
Oh, yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's surprising. Jilted
Yeah.
is rejected or abandoned. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, we have a spot on railroad tracks where some kids in a bus and stuff got hit by a train, and if you stop there and if you stop there or whatever, you can feel your car getting pushed. Like you can put your car in neutral, and the car will be pushed uphill.
That's crazy.
Past the railroad track.
Where's this at?
San Antonio.
Oh, I bet I'm gonna take a trip to San Antonio now because I kind of want to do that.
Yeah, seriously. Hey, as long as you leave, stay out of the car, just push it. Just push it. Oh, damn, I didn't hit record this one. Damn it. So yeah, so there's so many things that end up happening. So it's like, sorry, being in Supernal. I'm sorry, I'm big. So am I. It's just, I think it's the curiosity. It's the curiosity. But
the fact of unknown
is
is what fascinates
yes,
people.
and that's where this movie. That's why during the interview of making this movie, a lot of people were like, this real life movie or real story movie. People feel like they could possibly relate to it. Be like, bro, that's your house, that's your home, that's your safe zone, and this could possibly happen. It's like, what is it? It's like it's that curiosity of not knowing of what could happen. Have I ever wanted to use a Ouija board? Absolutely, because I'm fucking like I'm curious. I'm curious, but will I? Not in this fucking house because the wife. Because the wife was like,
bad juju.
yeah, she's like, you ain't bringing that shit in the house. I was like, all right, I guess. Fine, I guess. But it's just the unknown, like all the exorcisms. It's like, and it's always with like a Hispanic thing too. The Exorcist always ends up happening in some kind of foreign country that's Italian or something. Or I want to get into the probably hitting up The Conjuring for the next one and probably even talking about that one. I don't know if you guys are into or seen The Conjuring or anything. My mom said she saw my Pepe on the baby monitor. I'm going to guess your Pepe was your grandfather in your room when I lived with her. Curiosity killed the cat. Yeah, and satisfaction brought it back. So grandfather.
I know we're on Exorcist. Amityville and everything, but the ones that always got me was Pet Cemetery.
The pet. See, it's like, okay, fuck it. We're gonna go into it, and maybe we might choose one to maybe get into. So again, Pet Cemetery. Going into that one, what was it? An Indian burial ground. It was an Indian burial ground where they end up doing all this one, and that's where it came up to. Again, going right back to an Indian burial ground. It's like I believe out in these places there are witch doctors. Like, you can't tell me some of these people aren't living these worlds that have no medicines, no doctors, and they look absolutely fantastic. They live long lives eating raw foods or something like that one. And like, I believe in the whole the Chinese remedies. Asian remedies, all the natural stuff. I believe in all that good things, but I truly do believe that something, again, we went back to Pet Cemetery, it was an Indian burial ground that they did all this other stuff. It was a sacred place, and this happened. It's like something about this one is fucking insane. Haiti, there's a bunch of witch doctors and warlocks.
I did a lot of studying on Native American cultures and everything like that because I am part Native American, and I also did a massive report on it during my history class in college. And a lot of times they were so founded and deeply founded in their roots and everything like that, to where they do these rituals and everything that would prevent others from intruding on their territory even after death. And a lot of times it was upon the burial grounds where they do those rituals. And a lot of people, a lot of historians, and a lot of people that study that shit think it's those rituals still carrying over into today.
It's like, how do you counteract that one? If it's like something for real and they said it, the only way to undo it is kind of doing a reverse spell. And if there's nobody right now really knowing a reverse spell or something like that one, it's like, it would have to. My grandpa.
The thing about the cultures in the world and everything today is it's just a massive melting pot of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody is so deeply founded in their roots as they were 100, 200, 300 years ago that we don't even know exactly how they were.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard to prevent stuff like that if you don't know.
My grandpa on my dad's side is said his mom is full Indian. Ha! Is the grandfather that your mom saw on the thing Indian, part Indian and close to Indian? Makes you wonder. And that's why they say the pure of heart. The pure of heart usually really get this one and be able to see it. That's where babies and kids and animals, they're usually the first ones to really see it and sense it all. So, kind of like going back to the kids, where I was stationed in Virginia, my daughter said that she saw, I forgot if it was a guy or a little boy, in her closet. And my my dad's dad is still alive. My mom's dad died in 2000. Okay. So my daughter said that she saw this. And then we started talking to our neighbor, and she's like, yeah, my daughter sees this thing all the time. And they both shared the closet where all this was happening. So, speaking of the devil, this is the one that saw what she saw in the closet area many years ago. Oh, it was a little boy. Damn little boys, trying to get up in my daughter's room. Lucky I didn't see him. Hurry up, child. Get in or get out. Fucking troll. So yeah. So it's very interesting. I like to say I believe it. I definitely believe in the good and bad, right? The God and devil. Then why can't you believe in that spiritual thing of like spirits that couldn't pass and stuck in the limbo, and that's maybe why they're possessing these people. I wonder if that could be that thing, trying to get out, trying to revenge something, or maybe they don't mean to be bad, but they're stuck in this area and that's why they're so angry.
That's fair.
Yeah, I could see that.
I wholeheartedly believe in native spirits. Okay, just native? But here's another place. New Orleans. Just native, really? Why just natives, though? That's what I want to know. Why just natives? But look at New Orleans. That is, like, beyond well known. Louisiana got some voodoo shit.
Voodoo shit going on though.
Yeah, like Louisiana is it's like how do you explain some of the crazy shit that they fucking believe it like no other. You ain't gonna tell them no other way that there ain't shit going on here, and you don't piss off a voodoo lady. Louisiana, really? I think the show Supernatural got a lot of facts right. It can be. I vote.
Bury the caskets in New Orleans?
No, it's above ground because it's below sea level.
Below the water table, yeah. Huh.
DB says all that shit's fake though. DB, you more than welcome to jump on if you want to say some shit though. I'm just saying. Due to the water table, yeah.
Yep.
That'd be good, bro. Just imagine that shit. Just imagine seeing a really bad rainstorm, and also you see a whole bunch of bodies just floating around. Bro, I'm done. I'll be like, okay, I'm done with this shit.
Time to move.
Yep. So that's why I really do believe. I'm like, I believe that there's certain things. I want to say, in a lot of these movies, where do they get all these fucking ideas? Where do they get these ideas that it might not be real or might be real, or they're trying to figure out? It's like, what type of person do you have to be to really think of everything that's going on right here?
You know what they say, like, every story has a little bit of truth in it.
And I believe it. So, the Amityville, they said that I got them out of timeout a while ago. They said like the father George Lutz, that was the father George. He said he kind of got upset with the movie because they kind of stretched the truth. It's like, of course you're gonna have to. You know, it's a movie. You're gonna have, if you really stick with the truth. 28 days. What's that? The first like half hour you could put that in there. So they had to really stretch it. I believe it, but I think that's a great freaking saying that all the movies have a little bit of truth in there. I believe that one. But it just, again, what spiritual experience? Okay, there's a Hispanic thing called like brujeria. It's witchcraft in the Spanish thing. I've walked through cemeteries during the day. Okay, before I get into that one, yes, I've done that so many times. As curious as I am, I've walked through cemeteries in the middle of the fucking night, during the day, as scary as it can be, and knock on wood, nothing's ever happened, but I walked in there just trying to kind of see. I really tested things, but
The ones that really freak me out are cemeteries from like the Civil War. You find a good one that has like broken wood everywhere and stuff like that. I walked through a couple of those, and that's kind of freaky.
Why?
I don't know. It feels like you know, down here in Texas they have all those historical markers and stuff, and they have a few places where you know, back then the Mexicans and the Texans were fighting each other and everything, and there's a few cemeteries that you can go to and you walk through, and it feels, at least when I walk through it, it feels like I don't know, like there's still a lot of fight in the people that are in the ground. You know what I
Really?
mean? It's weird. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but as I walk through, doesn't matter what my mood was beforehand, but as I walk through the cemetery, I start getting more like pissed off and more pissed off and more pissed off, and then I leave and I feel okay afterwards. It's really weird.
That's kind of like what they were saying with the whole Amityville. The Indian, he was really pissed off. He was the chief, so he's the head of the house. So I'm wondering if that could have been the whole same thing with every father that ended up coming into there was having the same angry frustrating, just angry thing that was going on, and just that's why he was doing what he's doing. Kind of like almost how you were feeling going through there. So the chief was pissed, the father's pissed of the first one, ended up taking it out, and then George, the next father that was in the house, and was experiencing semi things, angry and all this other stuff. But here's the thing too. After the Lutz family left the house, people eventually bought the house. It was resold again. The reporters came up to them and be like, "What have you done to the house? Have you experienced any of this?" They said, "We've never experienced anything. We never had to do anything to the house." The house, like during the movies and during all the interviews, they said that things were ripped off, the windows were shattered, doors was ripped off the hinges. They said that it was perfectly fine when we came in. They probably updated some of the things, but they said they didn't have to do anything. So here comes a third family or so, and nothing happens. So that's why again, was it a complete hoax to try to get a book, or did the Indian say, you know what, fuck it, I can't get these fucking white people off my land, so fuck it, I'm not gonna deal with it no more. They ain't listening.
I mean, like I said, maybe it's a combination of both. Like,
Right?
maybe some of the events happened, and then the movie just kind of stretched the truth. You know, I got that
Yeah.
fish that was this big.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know?
Like kind of draws. It's like
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah. So that's where I think again, I think the second possibly. I think the first family that the Ronnie, the guy that killed the family, I think he was on some hardcore drugs and he ended up doing it. The second family that came in, I don't think it happened. I think it I think it was a complete fake thing.
Yeah.
I think with them it was fake. My soldier boy, I appreciate it. Let's go with the gifted Cyber Chick. Hey, Cyber Chick just came in today. Thank you. You're freaking awesome. But yeah, so I think it is. But on some other things, like The Exorcist, or thank you, Jay. I think that's real. I think going into The Exorcist, I think is real. The Pet Cemetery, it's like, okay, was Pet Cemetery based on a true story?
Yeah.
I think it was.
I don't remember. It might have been, but
Yeah.
Okay, so if that's based on a true story, why hasn't more things happened? Did they close out the place? And that's where I think some of the cemetery spelled with an S. C. Okay.
True story that inspired Pet Cemetery, ancient Indian burial ground in the King's
Ancient
story, and it's used by local children as a cemetery for the deceased pets in both
Pets.
books and films. It's misspelled as Pet Cemetery, and this became.
Yes,
Yeah, so
spelled with
it
an
is
S.
based on a true story of a bunch of local kids burying their pets in an ancient Indian burial ground.
Where do they say where? I swear, if they say up north again, I'm gonna be pissed. Stephen King, that motherfucker's sick as fuck.
Quebec, Canada.
Quebec, Canada, even further up. Holy shit.
In the small town of Ludlow, Maine, Pet Cemetery was filmed on. Yeah, so it's
Maine?
Ludlow, Maine, filmed in Quebec, Canada.
So it was in fucking Maine. See, bro, you ain't gonna pay me enough money to go back up north. No, not a fucking chance in hell. So it's one. Okay, so get me up north, but don't get me where the Indians were, where they have burial grounds. Keep me out of those areas, because apparently that's where some shit happens. It goes down.
What's the general area of where you live there, Kenny?
I used to live in Connecticut. Mm-hmm.
What
Connecticut.
state you live in now?
Florida.
Florida.
You gonna find some shit in Florida? Oh, so in Florida, don't go to Vermont. There's a place called where's the town that I want to go to? Casadega. A lot of people talk about Casadega. There's a lot of like medians and Casadega. Yeah, Casadega. A lot of people talk about like there's a lot of psychics there, and there's a small town, and that's what it's very well known for. There's a few movies. Chicken. What about Chicken? Kind of missed that one.
About going up north.
But yeah, I just like we got into the Exorcist for a little bit. The exorcisms. So I called you Chicken. Oh yeah, okay. Again, I'm not going up north because it's too fucking cold. That's another reason why. That's the real reason why I won't go up north, because it's too damn cold. And it's too fucking expensive too. Up north is expensive shit.
Really? I've never been up there.
Oh, it's expensive. It's cold and expensive. It's a lot of the places up there is Democratic, so for some odd reason, all the places that are Democratic, it's very expensive. The state tax, in Connecticut. In Connecticut, they actually were talking about trying to tax the mileage that you drive. Did they ever go through with it? I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if they went through with some of it, but yeah, I was like, how do you tax? How you're killing the people that are trying to work hard and have to drive from one place to another to get where the money's at? You're killing it. But yeah, exorcism. How's that? There's been plenty of videos of a body floating in the damn air, or the voice changing into like you hear multiple voices coming out of this one person. It's like some of those. How do you explain that one? Corona, you ain't blaming this on coronavirus. So for me with that one, I believe some of these things is that some spirits just couldn't cross over, and because again, I believe.
Hey, listen, I know when I die, I'm gonna have some unfinished business. I'm gonna hunt a shitload of motherfuckers that piss me off.
See? Don't come over this way. Stay your ass over there. And if you do come over here, make sure you bring some food.
I'll bring you some Taco Bell.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, God, Taco Bell, really? That's the best you could do?
Hey, listen, Taco Bell's cheap, and I'm broke.
Yeah, right? Dude, it's like you just gotta go to the place and just grab it and keep it going. Who's really gonna stop a floating fucking burrito from Chipotle? You know, it's just like
Exactly.
Shit. Where was I going? What was I saying? Oh yeah, the spirit world is like I do believe in the devil. I do believe in God. I believe there's one place and the other, and I think there's a great possibility that a lot of these possessions, exorcisms that happen are from people that just couldn't cross over. Now, are they good and bad? I think some of them probably got left out there so damn long that they're really pissed off and they're trying to get somewhere. And it's like, fuck this shit, I'm tired of it. And then some of the.
Can you imagine like being able to see everybody and watch them eat and interact with other people?
Right? Bro, that's freaking true. It's like, oh, let me get some of that Cheez-Its. And you see it. Yeah, I'll be fucking pissed as shit because I love food. Yeah. It's like I see people eating and this some bitch bringing Taco Bell. Yeah, I'll be pissed as fuck too. Yeah. But yeah, that's a freaking. That could be a huge thing. Somebody just like it finally, and it could be just a weak person, a weak soul that just like a person that like because it always ends up happening to somebody that's not strong-minded or something like that. When it just always gets possessed, somebody that's kind of weak, very weak-minded, weak soul, weak body, and they're always the one getting possessed. So I'm wondering
if you're a target for the spirit,
right? That's what I'm thinking. Because a lot of times give me food. Yeah, give me the food. But yeah, it just I'm wondering if that's the case, that it could be just easier to possess that body because it's just weak-minded
There's
or
less
sick,
of a mental barrier that the spirit would have to go through
right?
for the possession.
Right. Like my brother was telling me that a place in Haiti, places in Haiti and other places that there's like zombie-like people, right? There's zombie-like people, but it's because people that are almost on the brink of death, possibly getting possessed by these things because they're so there. They're just their mind isn't working properly, or they're weak. So,
I've seen a documentary on stuff like that too,
bro,
where
tell
people
me.
being possessed in Haiti and stuff like that with them zombie-like people and everything. And a lot of times it's people on the verge of death where they see a doctor who gives them all kinds of different stuff and does all kinds of bullshit to save their life, but instead, from what I seen, it was causing brain damage,
Mm.
and the people weren't really on the verge of death. They just, felt like it, or it seemed like they were about to die. So they saw these witch doctors and voodoo doctors and all this stuff because that's a common thing there.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave them some herbal medicines and stuff like that that gave them brain damage.
And again, it could be like they might think of believing in a certain kind of thing. Be like, hey, I need to sacrifice some of these to please that spirit that they're believing in. Like here's a body. This one's almost there. Just take this one,
Exactly.
bro. I see. It's crazy. It's like going into the poltergeist, possessing the home and possessing the TVs and stuff like that. Why is it always a staticky thing, like an open channel of what they can find? Why they got to tune into the certain kind of radio station to hear some things? Like I don't know.
Certain microwaves and wavelengths.
Maybe
Energy.
at the point
Energy,
of
right?
supposed to be death, you don't have like a lot of mental fortitude to handle that.
Right.
You know?
Yep.
Like, I mean, I don't know. I've had a few things happen to me when I was younger. Like,
Ooh.
one time when I was younger, like I think I was in high school, like 15, 16, something like that, or whatever. I was at my aunt's place, and her house was not on a burial ground. I don't think it was an Indian burial ground, but I think, but she didn't have showers, so I was taking a bath, and I was rinsing my hair off. I had half my head like underwater, and I could hear like a knocking, and I was like, and I started yelling, "What do you want?" Whatever, and they're like, nobody did anything, and I put my head back under the water. I kept hearing the knocking, and then I turned my head, one ear out and one ear in, and I could hear the knocking inside of the water, like clear as day, like somebody was knocking on the door, and I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm out. I never went back there again.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was the craziest and creepiest thing ever.
Like, again, knock on wood. I've never experienced anything. I said knock on wood. Like, I guess it's a good thing because who knows? The day I might see something, it might be the really fucked up shit, and I really didn't want to see it. But hey, my only experience that I've ever had. Again, like I've said it plenty of times. I'm curious. I'm beyond curious. Have you guys ever talked to a psychic before?
No.
So, 2014, my grandmother died. Broke my absolute heart. She is my world, my everything. It was a few years later. I don't know how long later. I was in hairdressing school, and one of the conversations came around because we were so close to Casadega that some people were talking about going over there, and this is what's there. There's a palm readers and psychics and stuff like that one. I'm like, I never did any of them, and I was always curious about it. And one of my teachers said, yeah, when I was up north, I had this lady that she would do parties type thing, and she would come in and she would host it. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. She was like, I have my number, you should call her. I'm like, fuck it, and I did it. I called her. So you would go online, and again, Now you thinking it's like, oh, you have your, so you go online, you put your information. They only want your first name. They don't want your last name. You put, information. You pay for whatever, and then you set up an appointment time and you go talk to her. The first thing she says, hey, blah blah, what's your name? Kenny. She said, I just want your first name, Kenny. So it's something to call you. And she says, you do hair? Country girl, this is the first time you really know that I do hair? Yes, I've been doing hair for quite some years now. Bubbles always comes up and asks me questions about the hair. That's why she's always asking me about how to cut or color or stuff. But yeah, so I called. She said, I just want your name. Don't tell me anything. Then she asked me a question. She was like, so what are you trying? Is this your first time? What are you trying to? We need to make an appointment. Come down. This is your first time. What are you trying to get out of this? She says, are you trying to know about future? Are you trying to know about love? I was like, I really don't know what I want out of this. I really don't know. I don't know what to expect. I don't know anything. And then she's like, hold on. And then she paused. She's like, I'm sorry. She's like, you're gonna hear me go. You're gonna hear me say a few things. It's not really towards you. It's because I'm having people come talk to me. So she was the medium. So spirits came to talk to her. She talks for them. And she said, you're gonna hear me do a lot of okay, She's like, that's not to you. That's just me answering to them. And she says, right now, somebody is pushing people out the way, moving them out the way, yelling that he's here for me. And I'm like, okay. She says, you have a lot of people surrounding you. She was telling me. She was like, so many people love you. And I was like, that I know of, I only have like 2 people that has died. That's like part of my family that I know of. My grandfather many years ago before I really didn't get to know him too much. And then my grandmother. But she says there's a lot of people surrounding you, a lot of people that love you. She says, but this one lady, this one small, short, strong lady is screaming, saying that he's here for me. I want to talk to him, push him out the way. My grandmother's like this big. And she was always strong. Golly, she was always strong. All grandmas back in the day were damn strong. And she kept on going with things over and over and talking and saying these things. I'm like, oh my gosh. Had my eyeballs just, I was just like pissing out my eyes. It was just some of the things that she came with. I'm like, nobody, like, how the fuck would you know? You're not going to find that out on Facebook. You're not going to find it out on Instagram. If you look me up, you're not going to find out this information. And she was like, yup, it's a small lady. It's like a mother figure, but not your mother. Saying about this and saying that she's so proud. She supports you. Keep doing this, keep doing that one. And I was like, bro. I was like, if that's not my grandmother, then I don't know who the hell it would be. And then I think it's like, is it one of those placebo effects type of thing? It's like, that's kind of like what you want to hear or what you want. Because, again, my grandmother's just everything to me. And it just made me so happy to hear some of the things that she was saying. But then again, I'm like, there's no way you would know any of the information that you just told me. I was like, in those things, I'm like, that was my real life situation. I'm like, how the fuck did you know? How the fuck? She was telling me it's not your fault. There was a certain situation on like when she passed, and it took a lot. And she said it's not your fault. She loved me. She's proud of me. She loves my artwork. And blah 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 blah. And she would talk to me and she tell and she also said, tell your mother that don't worry about it. I'm good. But it's like she like passed it on to like, hey, this is a message also to your mom. It was just the most beautiful freaking eye opener in the whole entire freaking world. It was insane. I've been really meaning to call her again. I've been really wanting to. Just to probably see, because it's been some years. But it's just that situation. So she was that middle person that she said that she was getting information from the afterworld, all the people that passed, and she was that medium, that middle person that was able to speak for them. So that's the thing. So if you're curious, I would recommend it.
I mean, I'm real skeptical when it comes to that stuff because you know you have all of these people that say they do these things, but I mean it's like I guess the 10% rule, right? Like 10% of the time there's gonna be the people that actually can, and then there's 10% of the time they're using the people, and then you know like, but you just never know, right? Like,
And that's where I was scared about. That's what I was like.
Yeah.
I was trying to. I gave as little information as possible.
Yeah.
And the minute you started like I almost was going on a rant and started telling her more than what she wanted to know. She said, "Stop! I don't want to know anything else." So some of the things like in that situation, I was like, I just don't know. And again, it could have been a placebo effect. It's like, okay, you've been doing this for so many years, so long, you kind of know what to say, what not to say, what could be relatable to everybody, type of thing. It's one of those it's like, oh yeah, and then they make you think that that's what you want to hear. It's like, oh, okay, yeah. But that was the closest experience of my life that I want to say I've experienced. What about you? I know you told me a few things. Yeah, you.
My grandfather's song on the
Oh.
he passed away. It was like 2 months ago. 5 months
So-
ago he passed away. It kept happening every month for a couple months.
So yeah, so my wife's grandfather that it was which one? What song?
Oh, Cielito Lindo.
Yeah, so there was a specific song that her grandfather sang for her, or sang to her and everything. So after he passed, she started hearing that song more.
No, it only
Or
happened
okay,
the day of his
she started hearing that song, the day of his passing, like every month that day, and it will always pop up. And it will be some random channels that we end up going to, end up hitting just out of nowhere, out of the blue, listening to something, and then it popped up. And then it makes you wonder. It was like, again, almost like a placebo effect. Maybe that song was always playing. You just never really realized it until now because he's gone, and now it's gone. It happened that one time. That's coincidence, and now you're kind of almost kind of looking for it, or is it for real that they're sending one of those? But hey, I'm still here with you. I'm still looking out for you. I just want you to know that I'm still thinking about you. Deceased family is always close by. So it makes you wonder on that one.
It was always music for me.
Yeah, and it was for her because he was always playing on the guitar or always singing something. So it was music. Like what book was that you read? There's a book out there that
I'll get it.
you don't have to. There's a book that out there that kind of like once you kind of know something, you know something to kind of look for because your loved ones will always send you a sign of something. It makes me wonder. It's like, is it because you're looking for it? You're always going to see it. Like when you buy a car. For some odd reason, when you buy that car, you never see it out on the road, and then when you buy it, everybody and their fucking mother has it.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
what's it? Signs. It's called signs. The secret language of the universe. So if anybody ever wants a good book to read and stuff like that, one this is one that they have.
I don't know how to read.
I think you can get on Audible.
Does it come with crowns? My lunch.
Yeah, if it don't got pictures, I don't want nobody to know about it. So it makes you wonder. Is it completely true? Is it placebo kind of thing? Is there really something out there watching, something out there on your shoulder? Because like you said, you've been lucky in our when you got deployed. Like you say, lucky, like nothing happened, or you were in situations that stuff happened and nothing happened to you,
Yeah.
right? And
Like, so I'll say this, like, one time, you know, you go over there, you don't shave a lot or whatever, right? So I was like, all right, I'm gonna shave, right? And I flipped the Humvee mirror around, and I was getting everything ready, and like fixing to start shaving. I like got, I think, like the right side of my face down or something, and all of a sudden the mirror blows off the freaking Humvee, right? And then I hear the crack of the round flying by. And dude, like right there, in my, like, I was right up next to the mirror. 5 inches to the right, dude, I would have no head.
and I truly believe things happen for a reason. Truly believe it. I truly believe things happen for a reason. You were shaving your right side. You were leaning over, looking that way, and then you could have been shaving this side, and you would have been right there. But you ended up shaving your right side and just took off there. Kind of like this side. I had an explosion that happened. Shrap metal come across the face. I was wearing glasses at the point in time, and it caught the top and it caught the bottom. It caught up here. Destroyed the Humvee, destroyed so many other things. I came up with like my eyes split open. But what are the chances of that strap metal not coming right in my eye or really getting a bigger chunk that ended up hitting me? It just I truly do believe. I truly believe, and that's why I always say, everybody that's watching, I do truly believe that if you're still on this earth, and you're still really doing things, and you're waking up every single day, there's a reason why you wake up every single day. There's a reason why you're given another day to do something, because you could change somebody's life. So with this one, we're going to start wrapping up on this one, but I always say there's always a reason. There's always a reason you're on this world. You're here. You're showing things. Take pride of what you do. Take pride of every day. Love yourself. Love other people. Don't let things hold grudges, because again, you never know if that's their last day. So every day that you wake up, know that it's a day. It's a reason why you woke up. You might not know today. You might not know tomorrow. It's maybe not your time to show why you're here. But there's a day, and it might not even be to the point that you even notice that you did something. But the fact that I'm gonna fuck it up. Thelonious.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
How is it?
Thelonious, yeah.
Okay.
But Phil's fine, asshole, Marine, jarhead, whatever.
The fucker in the middle.
Yeah, there you go.
The fucker in the middle. And we got Soldier Boy that's been on his phone for the past like 45 minutes. So they could be here for a reason. You know, it just somebody could relate to one of them, relate to myself, and or feel comfortable talking to somebody. Just know that we're always out here. You could just be out there just saying hi to somebody, showing that, oh, somebody actually noticed me. Because I can't tell you how many people say that I just go on this world and nobody ever sees me, and they're like, I'm done. Why? And then that one day you just might look at somebody, hey, how's it going? Like, oh shit, you know, just a simple hi, simple smile could change somebody's complete life. But one thing I do, you said Bill, right? Right? That's Thelonious.
Phil. T-H-I-L.
Phil.
Yeah.
Okay, Phil. One thing I like to do before we end up closing out is just kind of giving last thoughts. It could be about the supernatural. It could be about something you want to tell people, keeping their heads up. But any closeout remarks that you want to give?
Yeah, man. Just go off of what you said. I mean, you're right. Like, you could just say hi to somebody, and that could completely just change their day, even. Like, they could have started off with a crappy day, and you just saying hi, how you doing, or opening the door for them, whatever. You know, that alone could be enough to to get the person to not quit their job that day, or take care of something they needed to take care of. I've been in a lot of situations where I was down and somebody just came by and said hi or whatever, and like that day I was good to go. Like it's just the little things.
Oh yeah.
You
Soldier Boy, what you say?
Okay, so we'll
Oh
start
man.
it off with
Oh,
always remember that you are somebody's reason to masturbate. But on a serious note, on a serious note though, that smile on your face could be the smile that changes somebody's day from being the worst day of their life to being the best day of their life. And happiness is toxic.
Oh
If
yeah.
you show yourself that you're happy and other people see that, it's gonna rub off onto them, and they're gonna make other people happy. If you go around walking around with miserable all day, it's gonna rub off onto other people as well and make their day miserable.
Yes, I'm his reason too. King Kraken, what's going on? Hawk, I wish you were still here. Double A, I wish you guys were still here. Again with me. We also have CK that usually comes through as well too. But keep your prayers if you pray. Keep your thoughts if you don't pray. CK, I don't know the intents of it, but he had to go to the doctor's hospital type of thing with his kid. It might not be too severe. It might be severe. I really don't know. He didn't give me any information, but keep your hearts open for him. But like I said before, every day that you're on this earth is for a reason. You might not know today, you might not know tomorrow, or what you did to save somebody's life happened and you didn't even know it. Just being you, just being awesome. Nowadays, these days now there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of separation, a lot of things that could put you down. But don't be that one. Don't fall victim to the negativity. Keep your head up. Keep a smile on your face, and love yourself. Kind of like Soldier Boy said, love yourself like no one's watching. Give somebody a reason to jerk off. So on that note, we are going to rate out Soldier Boy. You have anybody in
Let's see if anybody's on Patriot.
in Patriot? Yep. Phil, do you know anybody that
I'm
might
not
need
seeing
somebody?
anybody. I'm not seeing anybody online.
Oh, okay, so we will raid to. Oh, I got a beautiful man. This one's a. You the best. Oh, what the fuck? It didn't do it. Hold on. Let's refresh to see if it does it. I don't know why sound alerts. It's just been shitty lately. There we go.
the best. I love it.
It's a buddy of mine. He used to say that every time we streamed, and I had it recorded, and I did it for one of the things. It was from what's his face, Jack Black, the Lucha Libre. What movie was that? Was it Lucha Libre?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, you the best. I love it. But we're gonna rate out to Swerve. He's a Navy man as well too. Absolutely freaking cracked at Apex. He's on a journey to get to hopefully Diamond or Masters right now. So Phil, Soldier Boy, appreciate you guys coming through, hanging out with me. I'm glad we talked about it. I think it was pretty awesome with the Amityville and trying to Swerve is ending. No, fuck shit. Thank you for letting me know. I guess we're not going to Swerve. Dumb bitch. Let's go to Bits. Why not? Bits. Bro, damn it. Oh, you go. Hey, well, I would say send it to me, and we could do a massive raid to somebody else as well too. We double. Yeah. We could do that when we could all have a big orgy and send it over there, or just one at a time. I've been going through a lot of shit lately. I've been stressed and depressed and questioning life. Okay, we're not leaving. So, Kraken. Oh, fuck. How can I even start with this one? I even said it. I even said it right now. The reason why you're here for a reason. You're just here. We don't know. I'm here. I can't tell you how. Like right now, with this world that's going on, I'm in that same boat with you. I'm in the absolute same boat with you. I feel like these days, like what else? That's the question. It's like what else you gonna put on me? The government keeps on taking things from me. The prices for everything keep on going up. I'm feeling less and less on like what can I do? It's really hard to do it by yourself. Please don't ever think you're alone, because you are your worst enemy. You will continue telling yourself negative stuff. You can't. Appreciate the raid. Appreciate the raid. Everybody coming in. Everybody, much love. I appreciate everybody coming in. We're talking to King Kraken right now. We're showing him some love. We're showing him some. Fuck. Double A, aren't you doing some work? Okay, good. So
I gotta take off, man.
yeah. Take. Go right ahead. I'm going to finish up on this one.
Yep, we'll see you.
Thank you for coming, King Kraken. Again, we're all fucking stressed right now. Just know that you're not by yourself. Know that your stress isn't important. It definitely is. Know that questioning life, fucking everybody does it. It's like what, like I said, what else can go wrong? What else are we? Fuck. What else? You don't even need to think that. I don't want you to think that one. Know that it's when I say I back later, I said that I believe in the good and the bad, the God and the devil and all that other stuff. I believe that God puts things in your path that knows that you can handle it. He wouldn't put anything that you cannot handle. Trust me, there's been so many things probably put in your way that you got through. You definitely got through. So just think of this one as the next obstacle. It's always going to get better. It always does. Bye, Flowers Prime. Okay, you goodbye. I don't got time for this shit. Yeah. So
some of the clear skies are always after a storm.
Fuck yeah. Where does the rainbows come out? After a good fucking thunderstorm. Rainbows come out on that one. Just know that there's something in this world that people need from you. If it's your smile, if it's your skill, if it's your just loving hug, if it's just who you are. Somebody might need that conversation from you. Somebody might need that smile from you. And know that you're not by yourself. A lot of people end up having this issue because they keep on hunkering down in their house and not do anything, not go anywhere, not enjoying their life when they possibly can. I stream because this is my release. This is my happiness. This is when everybody's working, the kids are in school, the wife is at work, I'm here all alone. I'm limited on what I can do. I can't go out spending money because I don't have the money, and I have to be very very picky with the money. My streaming is where I come to love and come to express and come and have so much fun and excitement and meet people and do all this other stuff. It's like here. It's like, do you honestly believe I would have known? I have 15 people right now watching. And I can tell you more than 50% of that 15 is absolute freaking just great fucking people. Great people. And you wouldn't know this if you don't leave your house or if you don't extend it. I feel kidding, minus my kids are home. Yeah, so it's hard. So you got to find that one thing that's going to get your mind off of what's happening. You got to get that one thing that's like, if it's a video game or if it's carpentry type of work, just building something. If it's art, if it's painting, if it's digging a hole or doing something, giving yourself a project. But you can't let everything get you down. You have to, It's a family. The stream is definitely a family. Like Swerve, the one that just rated me, he fucking surprised me a few days ago, and came to my house. Fucking, it was like a great fucking surprise. Um, Country Girl, she sells things. She sells like Scentsy things and sexual stuff as well too. So she has two things. So if anybody's looking for some sexy time lingerie, lotions, all that other stuff, join the Discord, and she has a page there. Finally started designing things again. Bubbles again is has been struggling trying to find her niche. She just had a baby. She has her son, which keeps her busy. She has her husband that's in the military, so she spends a lot of time without adulting, I want to say. So she's finally getting into designing, making emotes for her husband, getting really involved in the stream. So she's keeping herself busy so she doesn't find time to beat herself up. Because every time you start doing nothing, you start finding that time to just, you're a piece of shit. You're no good. What are you here for? Like, why? Why am I even here? I can't even do nothing. Trust me, Kraken, I completely know. After leaving out the military, I felt like a pathetic piece of shit. I felt like there was no point in my life. They did surgery on my knees. They kicked me out of the military. I could barely walk. I'm still recovering. I've been out of the military for 11 years, and I'm still recovering from the surgery that they did on me. It's awful. But it's just not till like last year I got into streaming, and so much has changed. So much has changed. I met so much people, so much opportunity. I got back into art. Back into drawing, back into so many things, and I have been so happy just meeting. I thrive to go stream because I get to spend time with everybody, and that's a way to get find something to do. You just gotta find something to do, and I promise you, Kraken, I promise you, life is so much better when you're on the earth and not underneath it. I promise you. It just and when I say, and I told this one, and a lot of people have been it's been in the air. I've had a lot of people, relationships breaking up, families breaking up, people just feeling like shit. It's in the air. It really is. Trust me, you're not alone. But one thing that I've always said is when you think your problems stop because you don't live no more, it just starts other people's problems. Your mother, your father, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your children. It's not just affecting you. It starts to affect other people now. Maybe they didn't know about it. Maybe they didn't know you were having an issue. Maybe they didn't realize that it was serious. So communication's a big thing. Express your feelings. Express yourself. Tell people. Talk to people. DM me. DM anybody that you feel comfortable. Bro, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Let's have some fun. Like my brother says over here, let's have a three-way. He could take care of you. Huh?
Said I'll be the meat in the middle.
There you go. Jay and Phil over here. There's a whole lot of cuddling going on right there. I'll videotape, I guess, if you want me to. But just know that your life is so much better above it. The sun feels so good when it's touching your face. So if you serious, I'm going to end up rating out. But if you need somebody to talk to, there is right now 18 people in this chat, and I know more than 50% of them will love to talk to you. And me, myself, you let me know. You know where to find me. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. Send me a DM. Let your pride go. Let your ego go even further, and accept that you need help. Accept that there is help for you. Accept that there is people here to help you out and show you some love. Just accept it. A lot of the time it's the ego or it's your pride that that beats you up first. So let that one go. You ain't man enough. Hey, let's cry together. I don't care. But join the Discord if you're not in the Discord, Kraken, and send me a message. Send me a message. Make sure every day. Shit. If I have to send you a message every day on Discord, make sure that you're good. Don't make me do it, because I will do it. I don't got a life. I don't got a life. But Kraken, remember, we love you. Psycho Armor loves you. Dad Bow loves you. Patriots, Patriot, everybody here loves you. Just know that you're not by yourself. So we are going to raid Bits with a hefty 16 people. I'm freaking excited for her. She is a teacher, and I believe she teaches special ed. And great freaking thing on the side too that she does. It's pretty funny. She also does pole dancing as a hobby. Freaking awesome. How many people do you get to meet that does pole dancing as a hobby? That's fucking dope.
I mean, I know a few people that do it for money.
Right? But let's go show some love. I think she is playing World of Warcraft. Oh wow, there's still people that play that one. So let's show her some love. Let's hype up her channel because she's absolutely a sweetheart. Let's hype up her channel. And chat, like always, love yourself like no one's watching. Love, peace, chicken grease. I'm out of here.